Cameron Straw.
And I'm Nathan Schaffernoff, and this is Story of the Week.
Everyone was joking and making memes about the toilet paper shortages at the beginning of this pandemic. It was a real problem for people. I can recall you calling me up in the middle of the night because you were down to your last roll.
That never happened.
Well, and that's nothing like what so many people go through all the time. Even before this pandemic, millions of Americans were struggling with access to groceries, and the problem has gotten even worse. According to the USDA data in 2018, 11.1% of US households, that's about 37 million people, experienced food insecurity. And the term food insecure refers to households uncertain of having or unable to acquire enough foods to meet the needs of all their members because they had insufficient money or other resources for food. Many of these people live in low income and low access areas, also commonly referred to as food deserts.
Florence Erikson started her business, Flo's Friendly Foods, 7 years ago because her son had severe food allergies that prevented him from even attending preschool. She wanted to provide meals for kids that were healthy and allergen-free, seeing that most school lunches and snacks were not meeting these needs. She started with one school and now is on 35 different campuses.
Before the pandemic, I was referred to the city of Oakland and got the summer foods contract. And as we were planning it in March, it occurred to me that, wow, what are these families doing now while they're sheltered in place? Oakland is a difficult place to get fresh fruits and vegetables and access to good food to begin with. But what do you do when you're sheltered in place?
So she raised even more money with a few city employees to provide emergency food, and they delivered 2,400 ready-to-heat meal kits.
After seeing that this was a continual need, they decided to start a nonprofit called Oakland Food Works. To continue to raise money and address food injustice in the city, they are serving 7,200 meals a day on average across 15 sites in the city of Oakland.
And what I love about Florence is she doesn't stop there.
No, she doesn't.
She's going above and beyond to make people feel comfortable and the experience of waiting in line for food more dignified. So they are hiring musicians to serenade people during meal distribution.
I mean, I was a free and reduced school lunch kid. I remember standing in line. It's humiliating. So if we could do something to make it more dignified and make it more encouraging, that's what we want to do. So we raised $4,000 and used it pretty quickly. And so then we decided, hey, we don't want to stop. You know, we're all very like-minded. We all want to address food injustice on every level. And so it just organically grew into this thing where we raise money, we address the need, raise money, address the need. So that's Oakland Food Works. We see something, we do something about it. I mean, it's really quite simple.
And the USDA requires them to sell milk, but this really hasn't been a hit with some of the kids. So they recently partnered with Christine and Ryan Sebastian of Treatbot, old friends of ours from a previous Story of the Week, to turn milk into ice cream that also happens to be sugar-free, because Flo doesn't use sugar in their foods.
Amen to that. I believe it's called keto-friendly ice cream, Nate, and I think it certainly will be a hit. I mean, there's nothing like ice cream in the summertime. It's the perfect combination. And if you'd like to be involved in any way, you can go to oaklandfoodworks.org. They're always looking for volunteers.
A few teens out in Contra Costa North, Mason Thompson and Sean Nakatani, consistently coach for their local e-soccer program. When they heard that one of their regular e-soccer participants was having a hard time, they were moved to do something about it. They didn't let their shelter in place stop them from caring about others.
Together, the three of them play Legos, each in their own home over Zoom. Mason is naturally great with young kids, and Sean is an amazing story writer, so together they use their strengths and also get out of their comfort zone and create an adventure story requiring cooperative Lego building to move through the adventure.
Keep being inspiring, Mason and Sean. And a quick update about Stephanie Koo, who we highlighted a few weeks ago with her graduation boxes. They just finished another 23 boxes this time around, which puts them at about 50 grad boxes and 50 graduates who are a little more inspired during this time.
Simply incredible. And if you have a story to share, you can send us an email to live@bacc.cc.
Now, back to you, Russ.